In an ideal world, all cabinets would be perfectly labeled, technical drawings would match reality, and no one would say, "Oh, it was working yesterday, I don't know what happened." But we all live in the real world, a world of loose terminals, borrowed tools that never returned, and systems that magically recovered after a reboot. And in this world, maintenance is not optional. So today we are looking at a professional tool designed to verify your 4 to 20 mA loops, the AX-C615N Loop Calibrator from Axiomet. This handheld loop calibrator is designed for testing, simulating and powering 4 to 20 mA current loops, the standard communication method in industrial automation. It can measure DC current and DC voltage, source a precise current signal, simulate a transmitter, and it also provides an internal 24 volts loop power supply. This means that you can power and test two-wire transmitters directly without needing an external supply. In terms of safety, you get a standard protective features such as the internal fuse and clear terminal markings to avoid exceeding the rated voltage. Although it is designed for typical industrial and workshop environments, make sure you read the user manual and operate the device according to those instructions. Those are included in the box, but not only. Inside of the box we also have the loop calibrator itself, one pair of industrial test leads rated for 1000 volts cut-free, a set of alligator clips because an extra hand is always helpful, not one, not two, but 4 fuses because, well, I guess Axiomet knows how things sometimes turn out. A key for unlocking the back panel, a qualification certificate, the user manual in English and Polish, and batteries are not included. But that's not a real problem because in a single parcel you can order everything you need. At TME you will find hundreds of thousands of products from trusted brands and certified like Axiomet. And the best part is that 96% of the orders are shipped at the same day. From a size perspective, it is not the smallest calibrator, but because of that, it's actually quite comfortable to use. You get a large backlit LCD, big function buttons and clear terminal markings. On the back we have a hanger, an LED torch, test lead holders, a fold-out stand and 2 locks for accessing the batteries and fuse compartment. All of this is protected by an injection molding housing with a rubber coating for an extra grip. But how does it actually work? For DC voltage and DC current measurements, first switch to the measure function using the measure source button, and then select voltage or current using the function button. As you may have noticed, there is another measurement option called loop. This allows you to measure the current while also supplying the device under test with 24 volts DC. All measurements are performed using the left side terminals. Black probe goes to the COM, red probe goes to the voltage, milliamps or loop terminals depending on the measurement. Although this device is not a full multimeter, these simple measurements can help you determine whether the transmitter outputs the correct current or whether the loop power supply is present, and even test the PLC input for correct signals. In source mode, you can switch between source and simulate by pressing the function button. In both cases, the goal is usually the same: testing the receiver, such as the PLC input. But the difference between those modes depends on who provides the loop power. In simulate mode, or as stated in the manual, output DC current passive, the loop is powered by an external 5 to 28 volts DC power supply. The black probe connects to the power supply and the red probe connects to the PLC or the receiver. In source mode, the calibrator actively generates the current signal. You will also see the loop indicator on the screen. In this mode, the calibrator injects the current signal directly into the receiver, which makes it useful for testing PLC analog inputs or controllers. To make your life easier, the AX-C615N provides several ways to control the output current. In manual mode, you can simply use your fingers and the arrow buttons to adjust the current. By pressing the config button, you can configure the step span and the scale. While in the configuration menu, use the 0 button to toggle between mapper and scale and confirm your settings. To exit, press config again. For automatic signal generation, press the waveform button. You can choose between step, sawtooth and triangle waveforms. To start or stop the sequence, press the Start button. Each waveform has its own configuration options. For the step waveform, you can set the step duration in seconds. For sawtooth and triangular waveforms, you can configure the starting current, ending current, and the number of cycles. If you have any questions, you can check the user manual. I'm kidding. You can just ask the questions in the comments and we will get back to you as soon as possible. And you know what? I actually think that it would be great to have a device that actually has a real digital multimeter and a loop calibrator together. What? This one? Oh, okay. So I guess what a surprise, right? I guess the Axiomet has such a device. It's called a process multimeter, and I guess the next review is going to be about the AX-C615N process meter, so stay tuned. Stay tuned, huh? You're gonna calibrate it. Huh? Bye.